Hello guys, welcome to Chat Jamaican. I am your lady Tania. Guys, remember to share this video, like the video, and if you are new here, remember to subscribe to the channel and share the channel with your friends and family. Guys, we have a very interesting topic that we're going to talk about today. So for now, I just want you to enjoy, relax, get a cup of tea, and come and let us just sit down and have a great time while discussing this topic. Jamaican with Tania. People from all over the world. Jamaican with Tania. So what we're going to talk about today is some of the most outrageous things or unbelievable things. We Jamaicans here call them people of foreign. What people living overseas, what it is that they do when they return to Jamaica. Some of the most unbelievable things. So we're going to look at that right now. So for those who don't know who people of foreign are, people of foreign are people who migrated from Jamaica, they're living overseas, or they were born overseas but they still visit Jamaica on a regular. So they're our people, our true Jamaican people, and it doesn't matter where they are on the planet, on earth, they still represent because they love Jamaica so much. But sometimes when they come to Jamaica, there are some things that are being done that a lot of people are not proud of when they come to Jamaica. And I just want to share those with you. So we're going to look at 5 unbelievable things that people of foreign do when they visit Jamaica. Some of them, not all of them. But when some returning residents, some people from foreign return to Jamaica, we're looking at some of the unbelievable things that they do. All right, so we're going to look at number 5. And I'm going to start from 5 down. And the 5th thing that they will do is that they will act as if they're better than others, or they will look down on others, especially us here living in Jamaica. All right, remember, it's not everyone, but some of the people that are foreign. All right, so what they will do is, because they're living overseas, it is a case where they think that they're better than us here in Jamaica, while in truth and in fact, a lot of us here in Jamaica are actually living great lives. We are healthy, we have great food, we have people, we have places to go to, and it's the same as overseas, because people living over there would want the opportunity to come and live in Jamaica also. But when them come a yard, it's like they are on top, they're better than, they act as if they're better than you. They make boastful claims. Oh, I bought a house. I bought a house, I closed. They normally use the word close. Oh, I was closing in on a house. And if I would be a little bit more inquisitive and to say, just show me the proof, or show me some form of transaction that would have taken place, reality would not fit the statement where you say that a house was purchased. They will inquire about others, so they will say, so Mas Brown still live there, so duh, Mas Brown is still living there. Or, for example, Sister Mary daughter get the opportunity to go to foreign. It's like they will act surprised. I like, may I forgot try and reach out to her. They're making it seem as if they are the only people that can go to foreign. Also, they find it very difficult to relate to the family members that they would have grown with due to how they, behave as if they're better than. So, a family member will visit them, but yet still they will, on top of their heels. So that is what some people will do when they come back to Jamaica. They will act better than others, or they will look down on others. Now we're moving to number 4. Number 4 is that they treat their family members bad. When they return to the island, they treat their family members bad. They will start to accuse some of their family members of things that they have not done. You know, they start to play on their emotions. They get miserable with them. It's like they're not pleased with the condition that the family member is in. But yet still, you make no effort to help them. You make no effort to give them the same opportunity to travel and to be away as you. So those are some of the things, you know. They feel like they're never enough. They're just there living. They're just here in Jamaica sitting down, trying to survive. So they're just never enough for them. They will start to blame family members for things they do not do. You know, I remember when an aunt of mine visited from Canada, and one of my cousins had asked me to go and visit her. But at the time, I was unable to take her. So she said, it's okay, I got a ride, so I will go with the ride. I said, okay, that's fine, because I was unable to go. And then like a few months down the line, she's just telling everybody how I drop off my cousin out by the road and I did not come and look for her. I was very disappointed, feeling very bad because other people are saying she visited from overseas and I did not go and look for her. All right, so they tell lie. That's a lie about things to make us Jamaicans here look bad. So it depends on the thing that they're telling the lie about, and you know, getting upset, trying to clear your name, trying to make sure that everything goes in the right way or the right direction. So it is just a case like that, right? So they will just make up stories. I don't know, but people are foreign. They're very good at making up stories on the spot for you to fight your way to clear your name right in front of them. So that is another unbelievable thing that they will do when they visit Jamaica. Now we're looking at number 3. They use local women, or the women can use the men too. And there's a lot of stories out there when people from foreign come here, especially the men. Women do it too. But females can relate and share their stories where they're meeting the man for the first time and they would have made a lot of promises, exchanges would have been made, and they just disappear. They go away, they change their number, they block them, all of that. So it's like they just come to Jamaica and say, yo, that's the target. That is a female. That is, you know, and they will play on these females' emotion. Women do the same. Women will use the men to take them around to go to Mary House, Brown House, all over the place, as long as the man has a working vehicle and he's driving. Somebody are foreign. Once they come out and they don't have a ride, they're going to use that person. It's not all the time they compensate them for what it is that they have done. So in cases like these where they use our young women or young men or men or women, it doesn't matter the age, once they go away, they just end the relationship right there. And they would only remember that person when they make the decision to come back to Jamaica. All right, guys, we're going to move on to number 2 because before we go to number 1. And number 2 is people of foreign or returning resident, people who come back to Jamaica, they will always find somebody to argue with. They always find somebody to argue with. All right? Is either they're going to argue with the vendor, they're going to say, oh, yeah, sell this something. How you sell this something so expensive? Take off little money off of it. Then them and the vendor start to get into it. Sometimes the vendor will give the discount, and sometimes the vendor knows that the price is just a set price. And when they don't get what they want, now they just get upset and leave that vendor alone. If they're chartering a taxi, sometimes they will get into conflict with the taxi operator because the taxi man might charge 20,000, but the cousin or the mother would have said to the person who returned that no, it is 15,000, and then no, that's where conflict of interest would have come in, and then they started to lobby and they started to, do a little bit of quarreling. All right. They also sometimes will find the time to get into conflict with a family member. Them have to quarrel over something, either over the piece of land that was left, or they will quarrel over the car where daddy leave into the garage and they were driving it. But they find something, some community member go on their property and take off something, and they say, wait till I come out there. And as them reach, they reach at the community member yard, bring back my iron go put over my yard. So some Jamaicans, when they return to the island, they find someone to argue with, or they're always arguing with somebody. They come with the intention to solve their problem, and they're going to solve their problem the best way they seem fit. I am going to go to number one now. Number one. I am going to go to number one. And number one is that when people of foreign come back to Jamaica, they take easily and then complain when it is their time to give. So they will just take. Let me share a little story. My father, he has a farm, and he would go and search for yam, potatoes, bado, all of those things, and then he will share, and he will give to people too that visit from foreign. But you see, when it is time to let off, it is a challenge. It's like they want to give you little or nothing. Remember, you go and you work hard and you get the little piece of food to give to them. And even if they're just giving you just a tip for providing, they complain about the tip. How much in that in US? A whole heap of money that in a man. Enough money that in a man. So they just start to they complain when it is time to spend. Them hold on pan them money. So you can give, but you struggle to get from them. Some of the times now, after all the work that you have done for them, everything, and they just find it hard to go into their pocket to say, you have helped me out a lot. Not all of them, No, but I think all of them may talk. There are a lot of them out there who compensate and thank you for the work and everything. But a lot of them, when they use you, they find it hard to give back to you. Sometimes they will say, when I go up, man, I'll send a little thing for you. But you see, because you had done it from your heart, you don't allow that to bother you. So they take easily, but they complain when it is time to give back. Guys, leave your comments in the comment section below and let me know, when people are foreign, when they return to Jamaica, what are some of the things that they do that are unbelievable? You have to question yourself and say, what is happening? Share it in the comment section. Leave it in the comment section below. Remember, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my channel. Share my videos. And guys, I just want to thank you for the continued support while I continue to work and upload more content for you to enjoy. Thank you for watching Chat Jamaican. Little more. Bye.
Chat Jamaican with Tania. Chat Jamaican with Tania. Chat Jamaican with Tania. Chat Jamaican with Tania. When me walk through the valley of